Welcome, Metal Gear Solid fans. Today we got some news about a brand new multiplayer experience. It is not exactly MGO, but it does have a lot of the elements and it is super interesting, actually. We're going to dive into the details and hopefully get you prepared for what's coming. The channel is going to be covering this brand new event today and tomorrow that Konami has planned, which they're revealing a bunch of different things about Metal Gear. Today's news, pretty much an extension talking about a lot of very special things for this series. They talked about how they added a lot of little key elements on top of things that are going to make players want to play more and get deeper into some of the new gameplay features as well. Then they also have some extra features that they basically announced. Before we get into the brand new Fox Hunt, I want to talk about the two fun extra content modes. You have Snake versus Monkey and then Snake versus Bomberman. These are two modes that were brought, in to add extra content, which can be fun and exciting for players who just want to have a little fun after they finish the story or after you play Fox Hunt. Then they also just talked about some of the brand new things called Secret Theater. The cool thing about Secret Theater, if those that don't know, basically you're able to rewatch all the cutscenes, and it was pretty amazing, to be honest. Then they have this very cool feature, which we're going to talk about for the rest of the video. It's going to be a deep dive into Fox Hunt, basically a multiplayer experience like you've never had before in Metal Gear, and I'm super interested. But they did explain that they added very cool things within the story and extra features for the general Metal Gear experience. Without all the boss fights are going to be the same to a certain extent, but then they have different things that they added to make it unique, which is very cool. And one of the things that they talked about was the films, extra content within the films that you might be able to find throughout other enemies. So enemies are going to be holding films with unique new pieces of content in it, and that's very cool in my opinion, because these things have always been fun to kind of see. And you can see this gentleman drops one right here, the beginning of the end, and you're able to just pick them up as you go, and you're going to find new cutscenes and cinematics and scenarios. But I think it's pretty hilarious. And all you got to do is shake up one of the enemies. Just a good way, like the old school Metal Gear dog tags. And then you can also collect new camos and different things like that. So a lot of good stuff to have if you want to put on specific items, unique things that change the gameplay a little bit. I'm cool with that. I like that. But the main topic here is Fox Hunt. This is the name of the game. And I just want to pause. For my MGO fans, I know we all want MGO. Don't get it twisted. I've always want MGO, but we're getting something a little different. And until I get my hands on it, I'm not going to be mad or happy. I'm going to just enjoy the excitement of something from Metal Gear coming. So let's do that together. All right. All right. So this gentleman right here is in control, Mr. Ju. He's running the Fox Hunt mode, and this mode is very special, as they explain, and we're going to kind of look at the environments while I discuss it. Fox Hunt is a brand new mode, not MGO, a totally different experience. It's in the same world but different gameplay, and it's based off the stealth and survival elements. So you're going to use camo, as you see here, and hide and seek type of mechanics in the game. Now it is some PvP because I've seen them shooting, and they explained that yes, we love the original Metal Gear Online modes, but times has changed and they wanted to evolve as well and not just bring the same exact team deathmatch type of games. And I could understand this because the success of 3 wasn't there, and they needed to evolve and try something different. Maybe battle royale, maybe extraction mode. This is things I've been asking for, but we don't know what this mode really means. But if you look closely, we're going to do a breakdown on some of this footage. This details immense. Like, you see the gentleman up top, he's sitting there shooting down at you, and then you turn into the camo, And I'm just curious how the other players see this when they're playing. And so I'm very interested on how visually easy it is to see or not. That's the question. And so more than just shootouts is what they explained. So they wanted to add some new elements, and then hiding or searching for enemies is the key. And this is kind of what they pointed out in their deep dive breakdowns of what's coming for the game. And I'm excited about it. Again, I don't know. I don't want to confirm what exactly the mode is. I don't mind speculating with you guys. If you guys want to discuss it, let's get into some of that and just have fun, breaking it down as we go forward. Now, I do want to kind of showcase and give you guys some thoughts and opinions. So first things first, we do see the Fox engine more or less. The characters, the visuals, it kind of feels like the Phantom Pain to a certain extent. Of course, the movement is going to be more in line with the Delta experience, and we know what that feels like a little bit. We've seen the footage, and so that's going to be there, but it has mechanics and new things that we've never seen in any Metal Gear in this extent, where you're just going to turn into a prop basically. So that is a super interesting mechanic, and I know for a fact there's a clips in here of two enemies shooting each other, so it is going to have some shooting in it. This isn't going to be some passive mode where you co-op with each other. So what I'm thinking from what I've seen so far is that you're capable of having a defensive team and an offensive team, maybe trying to capture an objective and then escape with it, because we've seen them grabbing one of the lovely Karrakins. So right here, this is the older game modes, multiplayer, and then they showcasing some of the camo of what is possible in the game, and you can actually see some of the map as you pointed out, and they're using all of this to create their games. On the left is a big building indoors, so I'm curious, how can you hide in there? What prop can you be? These are the questions of, like, if it's props based only, or is it just objective based with the props for you to hide out and find a way to stay alive? Is it a free-for-all, everybody versus everybody, battle royale style, or extraction style, which is what I've been wanting to see Metal Gear expand on top of having a great MGO, adding battle royale to the MGO, adding extraction shooters to the mix. And those are the things I've wanted. But yeah. So these are the modes, and you can see right here, this is the one area that confirms you will be fighting other players, because there's a gentleman above in the middle of the screen shooting at you, and then you dive and you run away from him kind of calmly. I would definitely be a little faster than that, but I'm interested on why would he go into camo right away. And we can look carefully here at some of the footage of the guy on the left. He's jumping into the camo, hiding out for a second, and then this guy turns into some leaves, kind of camouflaging himself here. I'm curious if you can see that and notice that somebody's there right away when you're the opposite player. And so you can get little glimpses, and I do believe there's an objective here. Somebody has the lovely frog in this game. If you guys ever seen it, those that are new, this is a mode where you can pick up the character, and there's certain different modes. You defend it, or you attack and grab it and bring it back to your base. So this is a mode that already exists in the game, but with this stealth camos and survival elements, I'm curious on what that means. And again, they might have team-based, multiple teams, maybe 3 or 4, and it'll be like a 4-on-4, 4 teams fighting each other to survive. Who's going to be the #1 survivor? I'm not sure. These are all questions that are in the air, and we have to figure out as we go. But I'm excited about it. I do think that it could be a very fun thing if done right. Now, they can always add, and I want to calm my MGO players down, they can always add MGO later. They already have the systems. They're going to be putting in this new Fox Hunt, and if the community demands for regular MGO, Team Deathmatch, and all of the other modes that we love, then I would assume they would say, okay, we'll make it as a DLC, and then we'll pay whatever, $9.99 or something 20 bucks. I'll pay $100 for MGO. I'm sorry, I'm a big fan like that. But give me MGO, of hardcore fans will enjoy on top of this new Fox Hunt, is my personal feedback to Konami. And of course, I would have to translate that into Japanese, which I'm going to, and send it to them, because I do really feel that we need that back. And so we will see what happens on that front. But I want to dive into so much more with MGO. So you should go check out my next video talking about that. We're going to keep going with the MGO theme talks, right? And stay tuned, by the way, another video also should be popping up when I cover tomorrow's hotline production, which is basically a deeper dive into the community feedback and future of Metal Gear that they do every couple months. So that should be popping up. See you there. Make sure you leave a like and share. All right, y'all, have a good one. Peace.